Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Small Project Podcast, the podcast of the School of Dentistry, IMU. I'm Shahed, your host for today, and we are on the final episode for the Dental Student Awardees with the person who's been hosting all of these episodes so far, Dr. Rikan Libat. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi Shah, thanks for the introduction. Hi everyone, I am Rikan if you don't know me. I have been hosting the podcast for a couple of episodes, and I recently graduated IMU in June of 2023, and I'm currently working as a new dental officer in Klinik Pergigian Sandakan, Sabah. And during the convocation in June, I was awarded the Distinguished Performance in Community Care Award.
Now Rikan, congratulations on winning the award for Distinguished Performance in Community Care, sponsored by Dr. Ng Jetway. Can you share with us what this award represents and give us some insight into the impactful work that you've been involved in?
This award is actually given to students who had distinguished service to the community based on our leadership, and also the degree and impact of participation in the community projects that we did in our undergraduate level. So starting from way back in 2019, I was actually appointed as the president of our annual Oral Health Week in IMU. So this event was actually to spread oral health awareness to the people in IMU, the staff, the students, and it was a good experience for me as a first time president, but also it was a good way to connect with the whole community in IMU actually. Other than that, I actually am the previous executive producer of the Small Project Podcast, what you're listening to. And this podcast was actually built by the staff members of the School of Dentistry, Dr. Prashanti and Prof. Munir. They actually came together and then they decided that we need a way to connect with the students. So podcast was one of the ideas, and we brought it to life. And this podcast helped us to reach out to people worldwide because we are posting on Spotify, we're posting on YouTube. So we brought in dental professionals from all over the country. When we have visiting deans, visiting lecturers, visiting specialists that come to IMU to do talks, to visit. So we are able to connect them, and we are able to connect them with the rest of our audience, So that's a project. And also I spend time doing various community service projects. So we have, in the School of Dentistry here in IMU, we have opportunities to volunteer ourselves to serve the less fortunate. And other than that, we also provide services to help them. They'll be coming here to the clinic, and we'll be giving them some treatments as well.
Balancing your studies alongside these significant commitments must have been quite a challenge. Can you share your experience in managing both and any strategies that helped you succeed in maintaining that balance?
Shah, I think this is for me, it's a very tough question to answer. I am not the greatest student, honestly. How I balanced it was finding time to just fit everything and just cramming everything and just hope everything works, but also maintaining that quality that you have, in your projects and also in your studies. So finding a balance is different for everyone. Some people rely on friends to maintain their sanity. Some people rely on video games to maintain their sanity. Some people need a lot of alone time to actually make things work. So try to understand yourself. You cannot do something just because someone else is doing it. Yes, it can help, but you have to understand what you want. You can't mirror someone else. That's not going to work. Whatever someone is doing, it's not gonna work 100% for you. So you just gotta find that sweet spot of what would make this work, what would make me happy with my work. So you gotta prioritize what comes first. That's what you gotta do. Sometimes you get too caught up in a project. Sometimes you get too caught up in studies. Yes, it's gonna happen. Don't beat yourself for it. Everyone experiences that. Some just handle it better. So find a way to, 1, manage your expectations. 2, understand yourself and understand what you want out of this. And once you have that, once the mist and the cloudiness clears away, it gets pretty simple. Yeah. Your number one enemy is always going to be yourself sometimes. So you have a lot of problems out there lah. So you don't want yourself to be a problem. So just understand what you like, understand what works for you.
The community projects you've been a part of undoubtedly equipped you with some valuable skills. How have these experiences shaped you as a dentist, and in what ways do you see these skills influencing your future practice?
Yes, I do think that involving myself in these projects did develop skills, particularly soft skills, and patience. Okay, so when you work with people, it's going to be difficult because when you work with people that have different type of work ethic, different type of thinking from you, it's gonna have a clash of ideas, gonna have a clash of mindset, right? So when you work with people, there is gonna be a bit of compromise. So I've learned to communicate with people better. It is true that when you work with more people, you can actually communicate with them. You can understand what they're thinking, and that is on the planning part. Communication is really what I have improved on from the start. Other than that, in terms of skills, I do learn to communicate also to patients. Yeah, because dentistry is a lot of talking, and it's a lot of consultation. It's a lot of letting the patient understand your treatment plan and making sure they are knowledgeable about what are the options, what are the treatment risks, what's the complications, how are we going to manage it. These things that you need to convey to the patient, which makes the treatment safe and which makes you someone that they can trust. So I honestly say that one thing that I've gained from this is actually to be able to talk to people. It's a very simple thing. We talk every single day, but to be able to communicate with them and for them to understand us completely, it's somewhat a very satisfying thing to have. Yeah, I mean, I still do struggle with communicating with people lah. I stutter here and there. I have brain fog all the time. But there's improvement. There is really improvement there lah. So I'm very happy for it.
So looking ahead, what are your plans for the future, both professionally and perhaps in continuing your community-focused initiatives?
So for future plans, I haven't really got into it yet. Keeping my options open, whether or not to specialize, going to academics, just be a general practitioner. No plan so far. In terms of community work, yes, I will still continue. Wherever an opportunity arises, I will definitely try my best to help in whatever way I can. I do believe that community service it's different, I think, because when you do community service, you just feel very grateful for what you have, and to be able to help people that with the skills and the knowledge that you have, it's what the whole profession is about lah. I believe. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Rikan, for joining us, and once again, congratulations for winning your award, and all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in to this episode of the Small Project Podcast. See you next time.